everyone, I hope y'all are having a great day so far. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Katie if you're new to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing a review on the book Crave. Also, I'm going to be doing my makeup at the same time, a little get ready with me. I've tried to do these before and let me just say they're a little bit difficult for me because I have ADHD, so my mind, like literally I have to focus on one thing. So I decided today I'm gonna do a little bit more of easier look for me, other than the fact it's gonna be winged eyeliner. We're living on a hope and a prayer right here because not only did I forget to charge my battery last night, I'm also doing winged eyeliner. That may not actually show up on this video. If it doesn't, I apologize. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe today, and thank you so much. First thing I want to say is I'm sorry my clips aren't cuter. I see these people who have like really cute clips. Honestly, these are just like cheapy clips that you get at like Walgreens and such, so I apologize for them not being cuter. And can I also just say, unfortunately, my face today is not 100%. It's like every time I want to film a beauty video, it's like my face is just, no. It says no, not today. I am gonna need a little bit extra love in certain places, so excuse me. Also, I wanna say I do sell beauty counters. I actually wanna tell you what products that I use before I get started. And let me just say, like, this is just stuff that I like. I'm not trying to like completely promote, so that's why I have a lot of beauty counter products. I always start with our Counter Plus All Bright C Serum, and then I go in with our Counter Control Matte Effect Gel Cream. So I'm not gonna talk about every single product that I use because this is a book review, y'all. We're already on the struggle bus. I'm gonna go ahead and have a sip of my coffee. Every Sunday I get a coffee from Starbucks. Currently I am loving a venti double shot with extra sweet cream and a pump of classic. Like, it's supposed to mimic the Vietnamese coffee, and I love Vietnamese coffee. So I just wanna say, a lot of people are trying to compare this to Twilight. If you're looking for a Twilight, this is not gonna be it. I think it's kind of premature to say every single book that is a high school setting about vampires is Twilight. I don't think that that's like always the best way to go about, you know, putting a book in a certain category. Tracy Wolff, I know she probably doesn't enjoy all of these comparisons to Twilight. I am gonna say what I think is similar to Twilight and what I think is completely not even similar at all. It starts out that there is a character, her name is Grace. She is a senior in high school. So her parents unfortunately pass away in a car crash. She really doesn't have anybody left except for her uncle, Finn. And he is the headmaster of a boarding school in Alaska. So she is forced to move to Alaska and go to this boarding school. I love like the landscape and the scenery of this book. When she moves to Alaska, she goes to this boarding school and not everything is as it seems. Clearly. The main things I really like about this book, I need to get doing my makeup. Maybe I haven't read enough fantasy, but this actually has some different types of like fantastical characters other than like vampires and werewolves. I think that that's very interesting, and that's kind of like what sets this book apart. If you're interested in more than just vampires, definitely give this little book a read. The main characters in this book are clearly Grace. Oh shoot, she's a human. And then also we have Jackson, Flint, and then we have her cousin, and her name is Macy, and then her uncle, his name is Finn. We also have another character, Lila, I don't remember, I don't really know how to say her name, but Lila is her name, I believe. Leah, that's her name. Jeez Louise, already getting out to a great start, y'all. So Leah is her name. The main characters are really Grace, Jackson, and Macy, and Flint. Her uncle, he's not super in this book. Like I said, one of the things I really enjoy is the landscape. I love that it's in Alaska. And reason being is I'm a Texas girl. I've lived in Texas my whole entire life. So I enjoy a good snow. I've only seen snow a few times in my life. Like real snow, of course, we get like little flurries. And I live in the southern part of Texas. Not the southern, like more the southeast. In a suburb of Houston. So literally we don't get any kind of good snow. Any kind of book that's about snow, I'm gonna really enjoy it versus I'm sure people who see snow every winter. Another thing that I really enjoyed about this book is the types of creatures. Like I said before, like, yes, it's mainly a vampire book, and I don't want to give away too many spoilers. I want everybody to read this book. I'll go ahead and spoil this. I did like this book. I felt like I've been in kind of like a reading slump recently, where I haven't really enjoyed a lot of books. My opinion, I've had like a few 4-star books, but mainly I've been having some like 2s and 3s, in my opinion. So now we're going on a hope and a prayer. I'm probably not gonna talk during this part, so I'll just speed this up. Let's see if we can get this winged eyeliner going. It's like always whenever you're trying to like fix it, but it somehow gets worse. Okay, so I stopped it because one of my close friends sent me a text message with her gender reveals. I had to completely turn off the camera, but this is how my winged eyeliner is gonna look. One thing you need to know about winged eyeliner is don't have the greatest expectations, and if they kind of look alike, then go ahead and go with it, because nobody's really looking that close, and if they are, tell them to back off. One thing I did want to kind of explain more about the plot is you wonder why she goes there specifically, and definitely she's brought there for a reason. You know, you just gotta figure that part out. So this is a very long book. I mean, I don't know what people consider long. This is about 570 pages. Maybe you don't consider that long, but me, I typically read about like 350 pages. In my opinion, I think that's a good thing because I feel like the characters are super fleshed out. One of the things that I really enjoy about this book that I think is different from Twilight is that I think that it's much more enjoyable. I felt like she said she was in love with him and he chuckled. Irrevocably was used a lot in Twilight versus this book. I feel like I really enjoyed her writing specifically. So this book just came out in April. The next book I think is coming out in September, and I will be picking that up. The characters. So Grace is very like strong-willed. She's nothing like Bella at all. So I'm gonna kind of give you like at real time the differences between Twilight and this book. Grace is definitely not like Bella. She's more of a strong character in my opinion. The only thing that kind of bugged me about her is that a lot of people warn her about this place, and it kind of takes her a little bit too long in my opinion to figure out, oh yeah, this is not like your typical kind of school. I want to say it's like 50 or 60% way through, and she finally is like, oh shoot, something up with this. Like there's a few times she gets herself into like some near-death experiences, and she kind of gets herself into those, and a lot of times she gets like injured because of these things, and still she's kind of like, oh well, I guess this is just the school. I guess this is just how, like I don't know. Her thought process is kind of like doesn't make sense to me. If I were her, the first kind of near-death experience, I'll be like, whoa, what's going on here? But I think it's also like her character, like that's a character choice. Like she's a very kind of strong-willed character, and I like that. By the way, this is definitely like a YA. This is not like new adult or anything like that. This is definitely YA. The steamy parts are not that steamy. There's really like no steamy parts in all honesty. They kiss and such, but sometimes I really don't want it to get down to the, you know, super smutty of a book. I feel like it got a little bit more smutty. These vampires can't see themselves in the mirror, and I think that has to do a lot with like Jackson's sort of, you know, he's got some insecurities. He's not like a rock in all honesty, but I think that's good. I don't think that that's a bad thing for this character. He's definitely broody, but like in a really hot way. I love it when in a book when the man is super protective. I enjoy that. I know some girls don't really like that because they want the characters to be independent, but I don't know about that. Like I love a protective, jealous man in a book. Like love it. And the whole time he's trying to protect her, you have a lot of people telling her, hey, you know, watch out. You know, you are in not the best of situations. Watch out, watch out, watch out. A lot of times she does not want to listen. For the most part, I think that she follows her instincts pretty well, where some characters definitely do not. I loved Grace's relationship with Jackson. After the book is over with, the last few chapters are in his perspective. Like you go back to certain things and it's in his perspective, which I think is super cute. You find out new things about Jackson that you wouldn't normally know because it's like from mainly Grace's perspective. She's a great character. I love Jackson as a character. Flint is super cute. So now people are gonna draw some similarities to Flint and Jacob, and then, you know, of course, Jackson and Edward. And I just wanna say, I think that that's like grasping at some hairs right there. Like, I think a lot of people want this to be like Twilight in a negative way. Not like, oh, I really love Twilight, let me go read this book. They wanted to kind of judge a book by its cover. which literally they do, because I'm not gonna lie, there is some similarities to one of the covers of Twilight, but I think people just want this to be like Twilight and they want to have like a negative experience of it. And let me just tell you, like, I was not that person. I went in with an open mind because I like paranormal sort of romances and such. So I guess like you could draw some similarities between Flint and Jacob. Just the fact that, like, you know, Jacob is supposed to be more of a warm, happy character versus like Edward's kind of broody character. And you kind of can see that same thing with Flint and Jacob, and then also Jackson and Edward. So you kind of see that dynamic, but other than that, that's where it stops. Grace doesn't have like that sort of connection with Flint, and you know, they're more of a friendship type thing. They don't really go into more of a love triangle, in all honesty. Twilight, it definitely went into a love triangle, clearly. Let's go back to things I liked about it. I like that it's a boarding school. I don't know why I like that. I love a good boarding school vibe. I like that the characters are super fleshed out, and I love Jackson. I loved all of that. I would just say, if you're interested in kind of a paranormal read, go ahead and pick this book up. I don't really want to give away what each character is, because there was one that's kind of like, you can kind of tell because they start the word, they're like, oh, he's a, you know? They don't want to kind of go further because they don't want Grace to know. People kind of like treat her different because clearly she's a human in an all magical place. The parts where Grace and Jackson are super cute, I love those parts. There's chemistry right there. There is some heat right there with them. And I hated the ending and I loved it. It was a great cliffhanger. I really want to tell you what she says at the end, but I also want y'all to read this book. I really enjoyed the ending, and I loved the last like few chapters with Jackson. So the chapters are pretty short, so I think that makes it an easy read. I do have the actual book, and I suggest just going ahead and getting the hardback. I only paid like $8 for this hardback, which really surprised me. One thing that I thought was cute and kind of a throwback is that each chapter had a little name. It's been so long since I've read books where the chapters had names. So I really thought that was cute. Oh, one of the things I thought was really funny is they talk about their favorite songs. That's my only criticism. Like, Tracy Wolff, could you pick some more like interesting songs? Like, she says her favorite song is Rihanna's Umbrella. But his favorite song, so he's an older vampire, of course, right? His favorite song is, I think it's Beautiful Madly something by Savage Garden. I don't want to put it in because I don't know about copyright issues, but I'll try to do a little ditty of it. I wanna stand with you on the mountain. I wanna something you in the sea. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. I feel like millennials and kind of 90s babies know that song, but come on, he's supposed to be like this super hot character, and his favorite song is like Mushy Gush. But that was like one of the only like kind of criticisms I have about the book. And then sometimes it's a little long-winded. It could have been cut down a little bit, but for the most part, I really did enjoy it. Those are my feelings on this book. Definitely 5-star read in my opinion. I really enjoyed this book, if you couldn't tell. I'm not gonna run this by y'all. I really do enjoy music. So I was thinking, and I didn't think about this till after I read this book, but I didn't know some authors kind of do like little playlists that go along with books. I didn't know if y'all wanted me to do that. Like, I could definitely do some like playlists to go along with each of these books that I read, like, and review specifically, because I'm not gonna review every single book that I read, but I didn't know if y'all thought that would be fun. I was trying to do it last night and really kind of get myself back in the mode of this book, but it was definitely a struggle. The only thing that I could say, there is this one scene where Jackson like literally goes off on all of these people trying to protect Grace, and it's with his powers. He doesn't just like, you know, I don't know, but it's with his powers, and he goes off on all those people. And the only thing like I really could think of was the song Hectic by Bassnectar. I felt like that kind of went along with it. If you want me to do that, I like all sorts of music. I really gravitate a lot towards EDM, rock music, and then a little bit of pop music, but I really do listen to all types of music except for country music, which is funny because I'm in Texas. No, I do not enjoy country music that much. So I don't know if y'all want me to do that. I think that that would be fun. Let me know if you continue to like these beauty videos. I'm gonna keep on doing them. They're gonna get better and better, y'all. I promise. I'm gonna try really hard to keep my personality in them. That's my biggest issue with these videos, is I feel like I can't really share my personality because I'm trying to do my makeup, talk about the book, and I end up repeating myself, which is not the most fun thing to watch. So let me know if you enjoyed these. Also, I'm going to do my wrap up. I'm gonna do that as my next video. So watch that, and I'm not gonna talk about this book in my wrap up. I'm just gonna say that I read it. I really did enjoy doing like a makeup look that went along with this cover. So I'm not gonna clearly be able to do that with every single book because sometimes covers just aren't interesting and sometimes I'm not inspired by them. So I don't wanna like force a makeup look if I don't like it. But I'm kind of inspired by the cover that I'm reading now, and I thought maybe it'd be fun for my Instagram to put out a makeup look with the cover of the book that I'm reading, or like an inspiration. So let me know what you think about that. Those will be on my Instagram because I can't do like a makeup look with every single book that I read, but I think that'll be fun. I have a special video coming up, so I'm only gonna post one time next week, and it's gonna be, I can't tell you why yet because, you know, I just can't. I'm only gonna post one time next week, and it's gonna be my TBR, I think. But yeah, and I'll let you know the week after, and I'll let you know in my TBR why I'm only posting one time, and then hopefully you'll get a cute little video the week after next. So keep on watching. Please subscribe to my videos. I'm really enjoying being a part of BookTube. Thank y'all for everyone who commented on my BookTube video and made me feel a little bit more welcome, because like I said, I was very nervous about this kind of move to BookTube. Thank you so much for watching. I hope y'all have a great day. Please subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you next time.